Hello, everybody. Matt Malatesta here, Houston, Texas. We're going way to the west, and none other than the Eastside Catholic in the state of Washington. Coach Dominic Daste. Coach, good season last year. Now, what are the expectations this year? Well, let's
So
just
I
jump
think
right into it.
I think realistically, for us is our goal is to win a state championship, right? And so we have high expectations, and we don't shy away from those expectations. I feel like part of the reason we can say that is our program works really hard, and we're a year-round program, and we work through um, stuff to help us get better each and every year. And now we are not unique in that, right? And now every single program in the country works hard and all those kinds of things. And so, but for us, I think we were really close. We dropped a game in the last few seconds to our rivals across the water. But I just feel like, I think we have really good leadership in terms of our seniors. And we are in a position where we're hungry. And so, I think a hungry dog will hopefully get fed more times than not.
What would you consider the strength of this team? Is it offense, defense, speed, strength? What's the strength of this program?
I mean, we have played a lot of really good defense here. We've been really fortunate. We've had some guys on our team that make us look like we know what we're doing, right? And so, for me, if we can't, the big thing for us, and we teach within our program, is if we got to stop the run and run the ball, right? If we control the line of scrimmage, we feel like we have a decent chance on a given Friday night. And so, our team is built from the inside out, and we want to make sure that up front we are a dominant team. And so that is kind of our philosophy and how we try to approach the game, right? And so, anytime we feel like we can win the line of scrimmage, we have a pretty good chance of being victorious.
You've been in the college game, you've been a longtime coach in the high school world. Just, what would you say your the pillars of your culture as an individual are when you come in and take over a program?
Yeah, I think the stuff we preach to our team, the stuff we work through every single day is we want to be smart football players, and we want to be smart all around, whether it be football, the classroom, making decisions off the field. We want to be smart people. We want to work hard. We want to outwork everybody that comes near us. Nobody controls our work ethic except us, and we want to make sure that we are not going to be outworked in any form or fashion, regardless of the arena. And we want to be tough, and not necessarily physically tough, but mentally tough. And so, working through adversity, making sure when times are tough, we can keep pushing through. When the easy thing to do is not get out of bed and maybe be late to school or whatever it may be. But we want to be smart, we want to work hard, and we want to be tough, and all doing that while having character.
You've been there for almost a decade. Just talk about why, Eastside Catholic is a great spot for you.
Um, the biggest thing for me is the community. I think that people make a place. Hopefully one day we'll get you up here and you can see it. And it's a beautiful place, but I think the people are what make a community, what make a place, right? And so I've been very fortunate. My family has been welcomed here, and I've been treated really, really well in all forms of fashion. And so, I'm really excited and happy to call this place home. At first, when I came from a collegiate position to high school position, I wasn't sure about it, but I get it now. The community, the families, the people are what make this place special.
I mean, yeah, you affect a lot of people at a young age, and 10 years from now, you'll be going to their weddings or something like that. It's just
Yeah.
crazy, the circle of life of coaching. What's cool also is, I mean, you're in the state of Washington. Y'all play this week in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's kind of foreign for people out in Texas. Just talk about, you know, this upcoming week, from the travel to the game planning to the experience. What are you looking most forward to this week?
Yeah, and going back to one of your early questions, the circle life thing, like I'm starting to coach my friends' kids. And so that's a little bit of a shell shock for me. And so, but just how we prepare for a game, especially one on the road, our goal is to travel every other year. We want to make sure we are trying to find quality opponents, regardless of where that is. And so a couple of years ago, we went to Orange Lutheran, California. We traveled to Arizona, multiple places, right? And so for us, we want to travel. We want to find quality opponents. We are in a little bit of a unique situation compared to the rest of the country. We only play one non-conference game. So we want to make sure that game is preparing us for our league and stuff like that. And so as we prepare this week, the big things for us this week is hydrate. We're going into an environment where it's going to be probably 85, 90 at game time, elevation in Salt Lake City. Those are all things we're going to have to combat and we're aware of, right? But it takes preparation and all those kinds of things. And so it's only a problem, hopefully, we're not there yet if you don't prepare. But, it's kind of nice to have this game at the beginning of the season because you can front load some of the work. And it's not trying to cram everything into 1 week because we're coming in from fall camp. It's a little bit easier to prepare. It's a little bit easier to, you have the summer, you have everything leading up to the first game to help you out in terms of preparation.
You're kind of a mentor to people over the years. Who were some of your early mentors as you took on this endeavor of coaching?
I've had a lot. I think probably my first mentor was a gentleman by the name of John Carroll. He was my offensive line coach in high school. I'm originally from Southern California, went to an all-boys high school called Damien High School. And Coach Carroll was just somebody I looked up to. And I mean, looking back, the football knowledge wasn't overwhelming, but it was more about how we treated people. And whether you were the starter or somebody who was struggling to play or whatever it may be, I mean, you felt like you were the only guy in the world when you talked to him. And he just treated people in such a way that it really affected me. And so I think that was the start, but I've had the opportunity to play and coach for people like Rick Neuheisel, Keith Gilbertson, who was our offensive line coach at the University of Washington when I played there. One of the people that I've learned a lot from was a gentleman by Bob Hauk, who is at the head coach at the University of Montana right now. And so I've been really, really fortunate to be a lot of really good coaches, really good mentors. And so another gentleman, Randy Hart, who's the D-line coach at University of Washington. I was there. His coach at every single big place in the world and happens to just retire down the street here. And so those are people I lean on and try to look for to guidance. But I'd probably say one of the bigger influences would be Bob Hauk, who's at the University of Montana as the head coach there now.
Well, look, you wear a couple of hats. I mean, football coach and dean of students.
I do.
How in the heck do you manage all that?
Unfortunately, sometimes my clientele crosses over, but I think it's a fair question. I think our school's not very big, right? And so we have almost 700 kids in our high school. And so, I try to treat everybody firm and fairly, but it does help because I have more of a I have a relationship with some of our kids that some of our administrators don't have because I see them after school. I know their families intimately. And so I think more times than not, that comes into favor when maybe facing a situation of adversity or a difficult conversation because there's some trust outside of the schoolhouse with me that maybe some of our families don't have or know some of our other administrators as well.
Well, Coach, go get him this week in Salt Lake. This is going to be a great trip, great venture. It's an adventure for your program.
Yeah.
We'll catch up, see how this played out this week. But hey, look forward to working with you all season. This is Matt with VYPE. This is Eastside Catholic of Washington State. Go get them, Coach. See y'all at the games.
Appreciate you, Matt.